I am Alahna Gray, a junior health science major from the city with soul, Jackson, Mississippi. And I went to Clinton High School, and you can see me here at Tuskegee University. What attracted me to Tuskegee was the sense of community. It just felt like one big family. They also put a strong emphasis on the health science major, which I was interested in because not a lot of HBCUs have my major. So Tuskegee really caught my eye, and I loved it here. My very first impression, I thought that it was different. So both of my parents were Jackson State, so I was used to the big campuses, the big tailgates, things like that. Being in the capital city, that's what I was used to. So when I came to Tuskegee, it was a change, but in a good way. So whenever I noticed that it was kind of different for me, it made me hone in more on my community. So I noticed that a lot of times, like at Tuskegee, if you're just walking down the street, everybody's just like, hey, and it's all smiles. That was really different for me. So I really liked that, and I think that was very different from what I was used to. So whenever I came to Tuskegee, I served as Miss Freshman. So I had all of the campus queens kind of rally around me and show me what sisterhood and family felt like. And I think that just gave me a really good introduction to what Tuskegee really was and what it stood for. When I think about Tuskegee, honestly, all I can think about is its legacy and history. I had no idea how historically important Tuskegee actually was until I came here. So whenever I came to Tuskegee, I knew that I wanted to leave my own legacy and add on to what the people before me did and how they paved the way for me. I also want to do that for other people. So being at Tuskegee, being 4.5 hours away from home definitely made me grow as a person because I love my family. I'm very family oriented. And so whenever I got here, being away from them was kind of hard for me, but it taught me how to be my own individual person and to kind of grow within myself and learn how to be more independent. So I think becoming a young adult at Tuskegee was the best decision for me because it really taught me how to get outside of my comfort zone and be comfortable with being uncomfortable. 100th homecoming, that was definitely a memorable experience. I think with me being a sophomore and just seeing how everybody came together for a 100th homecoming, I don't think I've ever experienced anything like it. The atmosphere was just so electric. For the past 2 summers, I was actually offered an internship opportunity at the University of Virginia to do cancer research. So I worked hand in hand with the biology department at Tuskegee, and even though I'm not a biology student, they still took me in and they mentored me and built me up and allowed me to get those experiences. So in the future, whenever I'm ready to start my career, I would have all of those lab hours and all that research experience that I actually need to be successful. I think a lot of times whenever I go into social outings, I'm kind of really anxious and I'm scared of just being perceived in general. But I think being at Tuskegee and knowing that it was people all around me rooting for me, and they were willing to get to know me, and they were always just so happy to see me and welcome me. And so I think that's something I really needed, and coming to Tuskegee definitely helped me with that. I have about 600 lab hours now, going into my 3rd year of college. So that's really good, and it really just opened up my eyes to all the careers that were out there in my field, and it really just let me get a feel of things and what I want to do in the future. So coming from Jackson specifically, I know a lot of times we aren't offered the same opportunities as our counterparts. So I would say coming from Jackson, be prepared to grow. It's a completely different experience. I think that especially coming from somewhere where it's underserved, whenever you get to Tuskegee, you're offered all these opportunities that you may not have been offered before, or you were just completely denied of them. So be ready to just have a completely different experience, and don't be scared. I think all the time you should always put faith over fear because that is scary coming out of state, especially not knowing what to expect. But in the end, the grass is greener at Tuskegee.